Okay, it's 9:01 Central. S&P just made a pretty strong push into some resistance up here, 25.28. That's a pretty important price to keep an eye on today with the S&P. It's kind of backing away now. Let's see. And then above there, another important price. That's a 47 price to help with bias. 67.47. And we got bonds that move earlier this morning. They've almost taken those moves back in financials. Just kind of bumped into some support at 29 in the bonds. They moved through a pretty important price for bias at 03. And another price to keep an eye on is trying to stay on the right side of the market up there at 117.10. In a 10-year, they've gotten down to 25.5, it looks. 25. We had a downside target at 24.5. They've gotten there. There's a real big price below there at 23.5. Again, a price to help with bias. Since they opened at 7:20, it went from being a quiet nothing opening and then just starting to slide. And we thought we had some triggers for weakness, but there was so much potential support. Thought they'd be pretty rough trades. Well, they made it. They just keep grinding through the supports and they've made it. So that in a way is kind of bearish when they can do stuff like that. 5-year, and we talked about this morning too before I started this tape, but those 10 years, they go up to the 02 forever, and then they got a 2.5 out, 16 quarter and 5s, and before we had the day session open, we're kind of thinking, well, these things been tested and left alone, and now we're going to trade back lower. That's been the case, so keep that in mind too as you trade the rest of the session. But S&P, it's I would think they made a dip back here into 97 quarter, 92.5. I would try and be a buyer, but again, 28's a big price for bias.